All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to my View Your View with Daniel Okezwe. Remember what our role is here is to come forward every week to give you updates as to what is happening in our nation politically. And today we have a whole lot of stuff to talk about. But before we get right into it, I want to implore you to still try your best to get your PVC. And if you're an adult Nigerian and up until now you have not gotten your PVC, I have absolutely nothing to say to you because I know nothing I can say to you but the fact that you are one of Nigeria's biggest problems. We are in a very high profile political season in our nation at this time until February 2023. And if all the adults are not rallied round to get involved in politics, I don't know who should get involved in politics. So if you have not gotten your PVC, you still have a few hours before the last day of July to start the process of registering for your PVC, and of which you should. If you're an adult, you should, regardless of how busy you think you are, particularly those of you who live in major cities like Lagos, who've used things like work and how busy you are as excuses not to get your PVC. You are doing yourself a great disservice by not having a voter's card. Trust me, you are supposed, it is part of your civic responsibility to have a voter's card, and it is part of your responsibility to come out during electioneering season to vote your choice candidates. So today, having said that, I'm going to just be delving into some of the things that has happened in our nation politically in the last 1 week. Of course, last week we talked about a whole lot of stuff, particularly regarding the Muslim ticket. We are continuing on that today. But before then, this week, the presidential candidate of the AAC, the person of Showore, has done the most to get relevance across the digital platforms. Of course, we know how he has been in time past, and I'm going to be asking our guest on the show tonight. Yes, we have a guest on today's episode as well. He is a party man from the All Progressive Congress in Ogun State. I'm going to be bringing him on shortly. But before then, yes, Showore, as his custom has been, went ahead to attack everybody that he could attack, on social media this week. And for some reason, I just begin to think that Showore is trying his best to stay, in the tabloid. He's trying his best to stay in the faces of the people. He's trying his best to just be out there and get relevance using other people's platforms. But howbeit, I'm sure that he has supporters and people that he's leading, right? And this week, of course, he went ahead to declare his assets, stating the number of properties he has, in the different parts of the country and of the world at large. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Showore's cousin, brother, sister, or a supporter of Showore, and you want to be on this call sometime soon, I need you to come on board, to come and tell us what is going on in your party. Let us have a clear idea of what Showore's, of course, agenda is, as he's still looking to us like one of those egalitarian student union presidents or presidential candidates. So that is Showore for you. Secondly, we're going to be talking about Peter Obi. Of course, Peter Obi is, the person that we have seen to be on social media the strongest third force, right? Of course, since he defected to the Labour Party, a whole lot of people have moved, their allegiance, behind him. And he's sort of getting a lot of support on Twitter and on Instagram. So today again, we're going to be talking about, Peter Obi and his political campaign as it is going, as it has been up until now. And then also, as a continuation to Peter Obi's conversation would be the Lagos State gubernatorial or governorship candidate who presently, of course, is Moshood Salvador, known to be a chieftain in the All Progressive Congress and Tinubu's boy, right, or Tinubu's guy, and currently he is the Labour Party Lagos State governorship candidate. And of course, we know also that the PDP's candidate also is said or is alleged to be Tinubu's guy as well, but we know how these things go, right? So these are some of the things we're going to be talking about today. Again, we will be talking about the religion conversation, because up until now, a whole lot of Nigerians have not been able to get themselves together since APC, being one of the largest, if not the largest party in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, announced their Muslim agenda in this forthcoming election. Of course, a lot of people on social media still, air their views, talk about these things, and share what they believe and where they stand regarding this issue. This very past week, when the flag bearer of the APC, in the person of Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, revealed his vice presidential candidate officially, of course, there was an uproar across social media platforms with regards to the alleged hiring of supposed bishops, as of course the social media users put it, right? I don't know how true this is. It's one of the things I'm hoping that our guests today will be able to shed light on. But before we get into some of these things, I'd like us to, just like I said last week, that as a nation, we have to come to a point where we begin to look beyond the religion of the nation, or the religion of the people that we are trying to get into power, as against looking at their track record or what they are able to do, what is their mandate, and then find other things to be able to hold these people accountable. So while we get into this, there is a report I saw earlier in the week, just a statement that showed the breakdown of states in Nigeria that has, Muslim governors, and then of course some of them that has Muslim Christian governors and the likes. I'd like to have us just take a look at what that looks like in terms of religious distribution across the nation. Of course, we have 36 states in the country. We know that several states in the north has Muslim, of course, which is expected. There are some states that are very core Muslims, and then of course states in the south, particularly the southeastern part of the nation, that has more supposed Christian. And there is something I want to pull out from this, but by the time we get to viewing this on the screen, I will be able to pull out the idea I want to pull out from there. However, there is also a video we're going to be watching very shortly of the former CBN governor, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, making a clear statement about some of the things that he did while he was the governor of the CBN, and how he never considered the religion of the people that he appointed directors and the heads of different departments under his regime. Let's take a look at that video, and we'll be back shortly.
When I was governor, Dr. Kingsley Moghalu was in Geneva. I went, convinced him to come back to Nigeria, and convinced the president to appoint him. On our 5-member COG, only 3 are Christians, 2 are Muslims. We have 24 departmental directors in the central bank that I appointed. Only 8 are Muslim. I never even thought of counting religion until I read that sermon. It was never a consideration. And these are the people who take these decisions. The Director of Financial Policy and Regulation, who signed the guidelines and issued the guidelines and developed the guidelines, his name is Christian Chukwu.
All right, so that was the video, of course, you saw Sanusi stating, some of the things that he did while he was governor of the CBN, and how there were more out of the 24 people he appointed at some point. Just 8 of them were, Muslims, and the rest of them were Christians. I don't know why it is, in times when we have to come to a national political season, that we get to put religion first, right? When every other thing happens behind the scene, when every other aspect of the, running of the nation is considered, usually we don't get to talk about religion a lot, but every time we bring ourselves to choosing who the core leaders of the nation is, religion is put in front. And sometimes it is tradition or the ethnicity of the person in questions before we even consider the person's capacity or the ability to deliver the nation that we all envisage. Right? So at this point, I would like to invite our guest on today's episode of My View, Your View. His name is Honorable Shola Adisa, a member of the All Progressive Congress party in Ogun State. Shola, you're very welcome to My View, Your View.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so very much. All right, like I had mentioned earlier, there are a few things I'd like to have us discuss, just for you to share your views regarding this thing. First is with regards to Sowore, right? Of course, Sowore has been a presidential candidate for 2 times now. This is the 3rd time, I think, that he's running for presidency in the nation of course, our nation, Nigeria. And this week we saw some of the moves that he has made of, talking about his declaration of assets and all the attacks he has put out against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, and the likes. What do you have to say about the person, Omoyele Sowore?
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. Firstly, I want to state that no right-thinking person in Nigeria would actually take a person like Sowore so serious. You have a political ambition, or let me say supposed political ambition. You are supposed to be nurturing. You are supposed to be having your consultation all over the state and all that. You aren't doing that. You are supposed to be busy building your structures. These are the things that will actually make you get to the seats if really you are really serious about your ambition. But you go out there blackmailing people, saying all sorts of things, and just like I tell people, he is just looking for social media relevance. And I'm not sure no right-thinking person will actually take him serious. So I don't really take him serious. And even though I don't even follow him on social media, I just get to hear about his gist from friends and what have you. So he's not someone that should actually generate a lot of attention from serious-minded people like us. So I'll put it like that. It shouldn't generate so much attention, or it shouldn't get so much attention from serious people minded like us. So I don't really think I have so much to say about him.
Yes, thank you very much for your view, Honorable Shola. So my next, of course, point of conversation will be about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, also someone who has, not had time to, just like Sowore, attack all the other parties. But of course, in time, past and present, we have seen him respond to certain things that were said about him by the other presidential candidates and of course chieftains of different parties. That's the only thing that he has done, of course, come forward many times to respond and dispute some of the things that are said about him. However, in recent times, he has been doing state rounds, going around states, meeting different governors and stakeholders across the nation. And recently this week, he went to, my state, I like to say my state, Abia State, to see the governor of Abia State. And his reception was quite interesting. All right, of course, we saw how he was received, as a king in Abia State when he came to see Governor Okeze Ikpeazu this week. Let's take a look at the video. I will be back shortly. Okay, of course, that was him, being welcomed in grand style in Abia State, and of course, social media again will make it popular and make it, fly. What do you think about the, person, Peter Obi, and his political campaign, for the presidency thus far?
All right, thank you very much. I definitely have nothing against the person of His Excellency Peter Obi. I definitely have nothing against this person, and that is the beauty of democracy. You have the right to vote and to be voted for. So he's actually just doing the rightful thing, which is expected of any rightful thinking citizen. But I only have issues with his so-called followers, especially on social media, and how they relate to people. You can't force your choice of candidates on people. It's not right. Do you understand? It's not something you should even think of doing in the first place. We are entitled to have different candidates, and you are entitled to your own choice of candidates. But you see a lot of them on social media. Once you are not on the same page with them, once you are not obedient, just as they say, definitely you have issues with them. They want to curse your family, curse your mother, curse your father, curse your generation, and what have you. And I think this is 21st century. Things like this shouldn't be welcome. And the only issue out of this is that even the person of Peter Obi himself is actually not controlling these so-called people. Do you understand my point? He's actually not controlling them. He's not taming them. You shouldn't go online and start cursing people because they are not in support of your candidate. That's so wrong. That's so really, really, really wrong. I was having a discussion with someone yesterday along this line, and he was trying to refer to Peter Obi as a social media president, just like so many people call him. I told him, see, elections are not won on social media, just like we keep saying, elections are not won on social media. And I tell people, the real voters are not even on social media.
Absolutely.
The just concluded Osun election, we saw various pictures of elderly people. There was a woman, I think a woman or a man, that happens to be, I think, 99 years old or 91, or in his 90s, that came out to exercise his franchise. Those are the real voters to me, not the people that will sit on social media and start attacking you and start doing all sorts of things. Do you get my point? These are not, it is not right. You as a candidate, they are not portraying you in a good light. Do you get? They're not portraying you in a good light. And according to the video that we just saw, what do you expect? He's among his kings men. If I tell you I want to, if I have an ambition to become the president of Nigeria come 2023, definitely my main consultation shouldn't be within my locality or among my kinsmen. Go to places where they don't know you. Go and familiarize yourself with them. Let them know what you have for them. You can't just be showing your strength among your people and tell us to, or expected us to, to celebrate that. These are your people. These are your people. These are your so-called people. So you can't just go there and be sending videos and what have you online for us to believe that you have the strength, you have the capacity. And in my own little knowledge about politics, especially in Nigeria, is that you need a structure for you to actually get to whatever position at which you want to go, at whatever level, time, or phase. You have to build a structure as vast as our nation is. Our nation, Nigeria, is. We have 6 geopolitical zones as of this evening. You have to spread your tentacles to those geopolitical zones. How familiar are you to them? How familiar are you to their people? How familiar are you to the voters there, people that want to vote you in? So you just don't sit on social media and start showing your strengths. I think the kind of energy he actually applied for Abia State should have been applied to probably Kano State, go to Kaduna, go to Nasarawa, the places that they don't know you. Don't familiarize yourself with them. These are the real voters. These are the people that will vote you in. These are the structures that you need to build for you to get to that position. You need people, definitely, and people are the structure. So you need to build your structure and work on it, not just sit on social media. The other time I watched his reply when they were asking him about structure. He said the over 1 million Nigerians that are poor and hungry are his structure. Who does that? You shouldn't do that. The other time, there's another candidate of the PDP, I think in Lagos State, that they were asking him about his structure, and the way he responded. These people are really not taking this thing so serious. These are the people that will stand by the votes that day, that will make sure nothing happens and nothing goes wrong. These are the people that will believe in you, but definitely you have to go and fraternize yourself with them first. You have to go familiarize yourself with them first for you to have a solid structure for you to build on. So that's my view about that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Of course, you have said a lot, but just picking from some of the things you said, particularly regarding structure. Yes, he said that, of course, the 1 million Nigerians who are hungry on the street will be his structure. Picking from that, there is a belief that, of course, this season, that a lot of Nigerians are more politically aware, a lot of Nigerians are more educated, and with that in mind, that a lot of people will be voting individuals and not party. Now, this is also putting down the place of the structure. What do you have to say about that? Nigerians voting individuals as against just the party or the structure that is supposedly in place?
All right, thank you. The same thing I said the other time. We also what played out in Osun. Definitely the people voted the personality, not the party. I told someone that the person of Adeleke was voted for because of the trust the people of Osun State actually have in him. So definitely 2023 to the general election, people will be voting the personality, not the party. So it comes to the point I made the other time. how close are you to these people,
To the people.
that are going to vote you? I told you the real voters are not on social media.
Yeah,
You really
absolutely.
need to get working. You need to get working. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for example, we in the last 2 months we've seen him in different places, different states, attending different meetings, familiarizing himself with the people. So that is what that is what will build the trust that the people will have in you, in your person, before going out to vote for you. You can't just stay on social media and say the 1 million hungry Nigerians will be the one to vote for you. You are in the comfort of your home, you are in the comfort of your state, tweeting and sending all sorts on social media, and you expect that that is going to reach the real poor and the hungry people who are does not even have money to, can't even afford the phone. They can't even tweet. They are not on Instagram. If those are the people you are referring to as your structure, they can't even get your message online. So you need to get to work, go to them, go to the slums, go to where they are and show yourself, familiarize yourself with them. The real people, you can't tell me you are hungry and you are using iPhone 13 Pro Max or what have you. You can't even tell me you are hungry or you are the poor of the poorest in this country and you are on Instagram posting beautiful pictures. So I think we shouldn't deceive ourselves. If they want to vote for your person, definitely they must know you. There should be a degree of trust that you've built over the years, over the time with the people before you can earn their trust. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so we also still speaking on Labour Party, a bit, moving away from Peter Obi's person now. This very last week, the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Lagos was announced, and while there is still crisis within the Lagos, party, the Labour Party in Lagos, there is still a lot of crisis going on there regarding their declared governorship candidate. However, the person, of course, Moshood Salvador, is said to be a chieftain in the All Progressive Congress. Of course, this is beginning to look like a planting, where he is planted in Labour Party to sort of divide the votes of, or at least distract the people that will sort of want to vote for the presidential candidate, right? So what do you have to say about this supposed allegation of him being planted, as against it being his personal ambition to run under the Labour Party as a person?
Well, I'm not the spokesperson of Mr. Salvador to start with, and I know definitely we have his own reasons for leaving the All Progressive Congress to Labour Party. I tell people it's all about your trust and confidence that you have in a political party. If they are doing some things in Lagos State that does not go well with anyone, you can definitely opt out of the party and go join another party that you have trust and you have confidence in. So about them planting in, well, I cannot say, but definitely I don't see such happening in Lagos State. Lagos State has been for APC since only God knows. And definitely I know people still have confidence in the incumbent governor, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which I do too. I see his works, I see his projects and everything. So I know people still have confidence in him, and definitely they're still going to vote him back come 2023 by the special grace of God. So I'm so busy with my party activities that a lot of times I don't even see opponents. I'm so engrossed with how we are going to win the election come 2023 and how APC is going to come out strong and come out victorious. But I don't even notice distractions. So those people, I would just call them distractions. They are just distractions, and I don't even notice them. So thank you.
All right. Speaking of this, right, let's go to the Muslim agenda or Muslim ticket, right? You are a Christian, but you are also a member of the All Progressive Congress, howbeit so a honorable in all regards, right? So, what do you have to say about this whole agitation against, the Muslim ticket? Of course, we know that as it stands now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is running with Shetima against all the other candidates of the different parties, right? What is your view on the Muslim ticket, and what do you have to say to Nigerians?
All right. I think I should complete the statement you made the other time that I'm a Christian. I'm not just a Christian, I'm a born-again Christian. I attend a Bible-believing church, I speak in tongues, and I go to church. I don't just go to church religiously, I go to church to serve God. Because a lot of people creating sin around this Muslim ticket are people who does not even go to church. They just call themselves Christians, and just by a lot of them will tell you, okay, you will ask them, are you a Christian? They will tell you they actually gave birth to them. Their father attends Anglican, their mother attends Anglican, and they were born into Anglican. So ever since they've been Christians. So those are the social Christians they really want us to take serious. And when the issue came up and there was a discussion around it with someone, the first thing I told the person was that we need to remember the fact that we were first human before we decided to choose a religion that we want to practice. And according to my religion, the religion that I practice, my own type of Christianity, is a liberal one, and it gives room for me to love other people and to respect their religion. Do you get my point? It gives room for me to respect their religion and not to castigate them for anything. The Muslim ticket, I told someone that definitely what I want to look out for firstly is the competence. And as a politician, definitely we cannot take electoral value out of the context. Are you competent enough? Do you have electoral value? So if those two things are there, definitely I as a person don't have an issue with your religion. We have a lot of people that we call to work for us. When I was fixing my house, I actually had a number of them. What I'm so engrossed with is for me to see what you've done. Okay, can you do this thing? This is what I want to do. I want to fix a POP. I want to fix the lighting. I want to build blocks. Okay, what have you done in time past? Can you show me? And if you can show me, you have good track records. I can see, oh, you built this, so also definitely I'm going to give this to you. So religion does not come to play when it comes to issues like that. Even when it comes to issues that has to do with our personal lives. If you are going to an eatery to have a breakfast or have a lunch, I'm not sure you will ask them that, I was a Muslim that cooked this food or a Christian. Okay, I'm a Christian, I cannot eat a food that was cooked. No, definitely that was cooked by a Muslim. When you go to places, things that matters, you don't go to school and tell people and tell your lecturers that, oh, I'm sorry, you are a Christian, you are a traditional worshiper. I'm not sure you'll be able to teach me. I'm not sure I'll be able to stay in your class. If you are doing that, definitely we know what we definitely end it. To even capital, a lot of us fly on air. I'm not sure you've once asked a pilot or your pilot that, oh, please, what religion do you practice? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Christian? Your business is for you to get to your destination safely. And you trust the airline that, oh, whoever they are bringing on board to drive this plane or to pilot this plane definitely has experience and is going to get us to our destination safe and sound. But when it comes to politics, we always want to play politics around it. What I ask people, see, the whole discussion started before it became heated like this. It started by the opposition because they know the track record of the two individuals that the All Progressive Congress are presenting. They know their track record, they know their antecedents, they know they are the best for the job, and those are the people that we want. I, as a person, definitely will look at your antecedents, look at your track record, look at your competence, and look at your electoral value before I can vouch for you. I, as a Christian, definitely have nothing with the Muslim ticket of a thing. Even if we are not hypocrites, if religion should be a yardstick for us to choose candidates, then why do we stop the discussion at Muslim Christian? We have other religion now. We have people that practice Hinduism. We have traditional worshippers. We have atheists. So why are we not advocating for them that, oh, okay, now, okay, traditional worshipper, okay, at least we've had Muslim and Christians in time past in various positions. We've had various Muslim presidents, we have various Christian presidents and vice presidents in time past. So if we want to be fair, truly, if this should be a yardstick, definitely we should introduce other religions too. Are they not Nigerians? They are Nigerians too. They have the right too. So I think it is just hypocritical of our people to bring religion around this. And to capital, APC is a political party, not a religious party. it is a political party, not a religious party. So definitely they will bring the best and they will present the people that they know that can do the job. And definitely in the person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I as a person, I believe in him. I believe he's going to deliver. I believe in his vice president, Shettima. I believe in him that he's going to deliver. Check their track records, check their antecedents. They are there for you to check. They are there for you to see. You will see what they've done in time past, how they've invested, especially in human capital. The person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has the gift to discover people at the early stage, even when they don't believe in themselves. Yeah. The person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has the gift of discovering people at their tender age, even when they don't believe in themselves yet. You know, and it doesn't have anything to do with the religion. It doesn't have anything to do with religion. A particular person was bringing an issue up. The person happens to be a pastor of a particular church, definitely not the church I attend, was telling me that the Islamization agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari that he was unable to finish, that they want to transfer it to Tinubu for him to complete what they started. And I said, why will you think in such manner? It is not right for you to think in such a manner. I said, this Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, someone that cannot even Islamize his own family, will he be the one to Islamize Nigeria? This person in question, his wife, as of today, happens to be a pastor of a well-known church. Someone that could not even Islamize his own family, will he be the one to Islamize a nation as vast as Nigeria, as vast and heterogeneous as Nigeria? His wife happens to be a pastor, and he has nothing, definitely has nothing to do with it. The pictures are there. When the wife was ordained, the man himself was there. So that is what we call religious tolerance. So he's not coming to Islamize Nigeria in any way, someone that could not even do that successfully with his own family. And there are stories around how the incumbent vice president of the nation emerged as the president. There are stories around it that Asiwaju himself has actually clarified for us to know what happened, how he presented him, how he discovered him over the years, and he presented him. This person happens to be a pastor, and Asiwaju has nothing with it. He presented him, and he is the incumbent vice president of this nation. So definitely the person is actually not coming to come and Islamize us, or not even coming on a religious note. We have a problem here, just like I cited an example yesterday. If I detected an error in my house, I want to build something, or I want to do something, I need to hire someone. Definitely I will go for the best hands, not minding their religion. Okay, are you a Muslim or you're a Christian? That does not come to play. Even when I go to eatery to eat, I don't ask them that who cooked the food, though, is the person a Muslim or a Christian? So why should we neglect best hands all in the name of religion? And the Christianity that I practice is a liberal one, and highly tolerant, and is a religion of love. So definitely, if I know you are the best man for the job and you can get it done, regardless of your religion, definitely I'm going to give it to you. So that is the reason why I'm voting myself, my family, and the people within the sphere of my influence will be voting for President Asiwaju come 2023 by the special grace of God. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Shola Adisa. One last question before you go. Right, you have said a whole lot regarding this Muslim ticket. However, picking from some of the things you said, I just want to throw this last question to you. And this is the fact that politics has been, known in Nigeria to be first a personal ambition before the people who are led or even ruled are considered. With regards to the political parties and the candidates that they have, delivered to us for the coming presidential election and all the other, offices nationwide, do you really think that these people are, competent enough? Yes, I know you said something about antecedent and track record, but do you really think that these people are there for Nigeria as a whole, or they are there first as, for their own personal ambition?
All right. Thank you very much. I will actually answer this question within the confines of the people that I've worked with politically, and I will use myself as an example. But before we go there, this question reminds me of a particular analogy I was giving to someone a few weeks ago. that, okay, thank God we brought up the issue of Peter Obi, and if this Peter Obi is as clean and as innocent as is proven to be, definitely people that have worked with you over the years, we actually have confidence in you. We should have been seeing them, we should be seeing them around, we should be seeing them on all various social media platforms, we should be seeing them on media houses, defending their boss. Like, okay, I was a commissioner under him for 8 years. I believed in him. I believed in his ability to deliver. I believe in everything that he's telling you guys. So if he's as innocent and is as good as he actually portrayed himself, definitely people should be vouching for him. People that worked with him, started under him as SA consultants and commissioners over the years, should be coming out to defend him. So answering your question, I would definitely answer within the confines of the people that I've worked with in my little time in politics, and I will use myself as an example too. Starting from myself, I believe we should put the people first, and that is actually what drives my own political view and ambition. Last year, I contested under this party to be the councillor of my ward. And why? There was some particular issues that I, as at that time, could lay my hands on and that I saw. But how do I want to solve these problems and issues that these people are having? Definitely, I need to be in government. I need to be with them. I need to be in the decision-making panel. I need to be in the decision-making meeting to make life comfortable for our people. And if you ask me, the salary of a councillor in Ogun State definitely is way more than what I'm earning as an entrepreneur as at this moment. So definitely I wasn't going there because of my pocket. I wasn't going there because of what I was going to gain as at that time. I wasn't going there because of the goodies or because of the paraphernalia of the office. I wasn't going there because of that. I was going there because of the people, because a problem or some problem was identified, which I was able to do. I identified them, and the only way I could solve them. At the end of the day, the party actually believed in somebody else, which I have nothing with. And to the glory of God, we work hand in hand. The problems that I saw the other time, we've been able to solve a number of them, working together with the guy. I work closely with him. I call him anytime he picks my call. When my people need something, I go to him to tell him, this is what we are lacking in this area. Okay, this area, they need water. And definitely they will come, the government will come do it. We've been able to do like 80%. We've been able to solve like 80% of the problem that I saw the other time that wanted to make me go contest for that position. So starting from myself, I will say myself, what drives my political ambition and my political view is firstly the people. Firstly, the people. And if there's one thing I practice the politics of development. And politics of development is more of the people and less of yourself. So I put the people first. You can actually say that if we are presenting people that actually have nothing that they are doing, that what they are just going there to do is for them to go steal money or for them to go, enrich themselves. So far, the candidates that the All Progressive Congress have been putting forward, or we've put forward in time past, are people that are knowledgeable, that knows what they are doing, that has what they are doing at a very point in time when they were being elected. They have personal businesses, they have personal companies, they have personal organizations that they run. I do myself too. So definitely, what I'm going to get in the office is not what is fueling or what is gingering me to go there and for me to go enrich myself. And with the few people that I've worked with in the past years in Ogun State, they are fantastic and lovely people. They are people that are people oriented, especially my governor, His Excellency Prince Dafo Abiodun MFR, is a people oriented governor. In the last 1 week, there was a video that went viral. I don't know if you saw the video of a particular school in Ogun State that they were writing exams on the floor. I don't know if you saw the video.
Yes, I did.
Waterside local government for Ogun State. And in the last 3 years that this administration we've come on board, the governor, we already renovated more than 1,000 schools in Ogun State. The facts are there for you to check. They renovate them, supply chair, they supply different things that will make the students more comfortable. But definitely we cannot do everything. Definitely no government can do everything. No government can solve every problem. So maybe there was an oversight when they went to the local government, but definitely I can tell you that in that same local government, we renovated a lot of schools in that same local government. Definitely, maybe there was an oversight, but his attention was called to it, and the less than 24 hours, the chairs and everything was supplied to that same school. We have videos online.
But is there a possibility that it wasn't just an oversight? Maybe funds were released in that regard and the people in the locality swindled the money, another direction. And of course, by the reason of the fact that it now came to social media.
The money will never be released to the people in the locality. We have a commissioner in that capacity. We have a special advisor that I know of in that capacity. And we have special assistants in that capacity that are meant to do that and put things in place. So definitely I would still say it was an oversight. It was an oversight. So if you have a listening governor, an attentive governor like I do in my state, Prince Dapo Abiodun, who is attentive and is geared and his commitment to people is unwavering, you would definitely thank God for him. He supplied the chair in less than 24 hours when the video went viral and some other things. And definitely I can tell you as of today that the school has been marked now for a whole renovation. I think the students are still in section now, so after they are out of section, I can tell you that the school will be renovated and everything will be fine. So just like I said, I can talk for the people or with about the people that I have worked with in the political space for a few years, and I can tell you emphatically, my governor is a typical example. He's not driven by what is to get in the office. Definitely is driven by the people, and he wants the best for us as a citizen of the state. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. You touched on something earlier regarding Peter Obi and the people he worked with. Of course, we know that Peter Obi was impeached twice while he was the governor of Anambra State, and some of the reasons for which he was impeached was because of the fact that, at least as was stated in the media, across the nation, was the fact that he sort of blocked some of the loopholes where people, embezzled money from. And for that reason, a lot of the people who worked with him in the cabinet, both in the State House of Assembly and of course across the different parastatals in civil service and the like, did not like him for that reason. Do you really think that those kind of people...
And that is the reason why I was citing an example of the person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who discovers the right person for the job. As a governor, it is in your capacity for you to appoint people, the close people that will work with you, your commissioner, your SSG, your chief of staff, your special advisors, and special assistants. So that is even questionable. Who are the people he appointed as at that time? Who are the people? What are their antecedents? It was on television a few weeks ago. I overheard when he was saying, because he had trust in people, even when he wanted to appoint his commissioner for health, there was a time people were on strike and he saw a doctor that was working. So that alone is a trait that he likes, and he appointed him as a commissioner for health. Who does that? Do you even know if the guy has experience?
But his appointees were not the people who impeached him twice. Of course, it was the people who are elected. He didn't have anything to do with that.
According to what you said the people that worked with him, that he blocked a particular loopholes where they are supposed to be getting money.
Yeah, as in I meant the people in the State House of Assembly.
The legislature, I understand. You extended it, but I thought you said it first happened among the people. But the first thing...
Yes, of course, it happened across board. At least that's one of the things he claims.
So that is what I'm actually dwelling on. That what these people that you actually brought to work with you are people of questionable characters. If they got there and they were actually aggrieved or agitated because they couldn't see anything and they couldn't see any money or funds to steal, then they are of questionable character. We should even question you that appointed them in the first place. And this is politics. If there is no crack in the executive arm of the government, definitely the information or the legislative arm of the government won't even have anything to say, or we won't even have a hold on you. So definitely there was a crack in the executive arm of the government as at that time for the legislative to have something to hold on for them to successfully impeach him. And how political inclined are you as a governor? This is politics. You need to be political inclined. How political inclined are you in the first place? So, you know, I actually think the people he appointed are the ones that actually championed the cause of how he was impeached.
All
So,
right. Thank you
do we
very
want
much,
to trust
Honorable.
that person? Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Shola, before you go, one last, I just want us to touch on the Osun State governorship election that happened last week or 2 Saturdays ago, which of course was won by the PDP candidate. How is that looking? Of course, during the week, the incumbent governor of Osun State, Oyetola, he released the statement stating that he was going to pursue a court case with the governor-elect of PDP, due to how the election was supposedly conducted and the fact that there was some sort of election malpractices. Do you think that that election was won free and fair, or you think that there was a level of malpractices to it, as Oyetola claims?
The governor Yetola that I, as a person, know, definitely I don't have a personal relationship with him, at least not yet. But looking and judging him from afar, he's a very fair man, a responsible and a God-fearing man. I can say that. I wasn't in the situation room of the APC in Osun State, so definitely I don't know how the results were compiled and how. But what we've been hearing, we heard that there are some places that INEC didn't actually stop the electorate from voting till about 8 p.m. in the night. We heard that. We had cases like that in Ede, where the PDP candidates actually came from. That they didn't stop the electorate from voting till around 8:30 or 9 p.m. in the night.
Were there proofs?
So
Were there proofs, like either a pictorial or video proofs of this?
According to the spokesperson of the governor, I heard him. I think it was just last week Sunday. I heard him. He came on here to come and review that. So, and he said they are still studying the results of the election. So definitely, as fair and just as Governor Yetola is, if there were no hidden things, or there were no there was no cause for him to pursue a court case, definitely he won't be doing more. And if he's going to the court, definitely he has something that he actually saw that is not right, and the court will actually be the one to settle it for them.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Shola Disa. Shola Disa is a honorable in the APC Ogun State government. Thank you very much for joining us today on My View, Your View.
And before I go, I don't know, I need to register something. I think it was part of the introductory message that you gave the other time about the rented bishop, rented bishops, or the supposed rented bishop. I think probably you skipped that, or you forgot that.
All right.
The social media space went agog, and the question is, why must he always be APC? You guys, a lot of you are saying you don't support Muslim tickets, and just like a week after it was revealed that Shettima will be the running mate of Ashiwaju, a particular, I think even days, like 2 or 3 days after, a particular political party presented a bishop, original one that you people can confirm with, a Bishop Isaac Dausa, as his running mate. But people are not making big deal of that. So you have options already. So why the noise? You should actually go for that political party that you believe in, that is running on a Christian-Muslim or a Muslim-Christian ticket, that is presenting the bishop as his vice. That is by the way, anyways. One thing I told people about the issue of the rented bishop, I said, okay, the CAN, Christian Association of Nigeria, gave a statement that the bishops should be prosecuted, that they are not original bishops. Hey, please, the last time I checked, CAN is not a bishop awarding institution. If you go to the university, definitely you know that the university is accredited by the government to award you BSc. If you go to a polytechnic, you will know that the institution is accredited by the government to award you higher national diploma. Please, who gave the CAN the authority to be the only body in Nigeria to anoint or ordain bishops? And I think Ashiwaju has gone beyond that. Has gone way beyond that. That is too low, and that is too myopic. And to buttress the point, afterwards, a lot of digging were done to investigate those people, and 2 or 3 of them were actually brought back into limelight. We saw their churches, we saw their posters, we saw their church locations, verifiable locations that you can go to. In fact, I have a friend that actually took it upon himself to generate money for those people. And maybe it's because they don't have private jets and they don't have big churches, 1,500, 3,000 capacity. That's the reason why you are calling them fake bishops. Who are you in the first place to call someone a fake bishop? The last time I checked in the dictionary, the meaning of a bishop, Christian Association of Nigeria was not there, that they are the awarding institution of bishops in Nigeria, or what have you. Do you understand my point? So people should.
But the Christian Association of Nigeria is known to be the highest, body for Christians, of course, across the nation. How big so? Yeah, go ahead.
The last time I checked, there is freedom of association.
Absolutely.
I can decide to have a church and not belong to CAN.
Absolutely.
With all due respect, I'm not even sure if I'm ordained as a pastor today. I'm not even sure I'm going to belong to their organization. With a lot of things that we've heard that has gone down in the association itself. That is it. Do we even have trust in them as Christians? Do we? Do we even have trust in their leaderships as Christians? Do we have trust in their leaderships? So as a person, I don't buy the idea and the speculations. People should learn to investigate issues before going on social media and start throwing tantrums. They are fake bishop. Who are you to tell someone that someone is dead? And the last time I checked, because they appear in that robe does not automatically make them a bishop. These are robes that they wear, that you can wear as an ordained minister of God, as a pastor. Even the last time I checked, a pastor and a bishop happens to be the same thing. I don't know if you are aware of that fact. That a
of
pastor
course,
and a
there are
bishop
different offices,
be,
and none is bigger than the other.
None is bigger than the other. So why are we making a big deal out of this? So you think APC will stoop so low to go and someone said, thank God that they even rented bishops, as they claim that it wasn't imams that they rented. So you won't say they want to Islamize us again. Now they want to Christianize us. You are complaining. At least you saw bishops at the unveiling. So why are you people complaining again? What is the brouhaha all about? So I, as a person, I know that the person of Ashiwaju and Shetima will not stoop so low to that extent of paying people to appear in robes. These are people that have churches. There is a particular one that is even on Facebook. He streams his service live on Facebook, so you can join. So I actually saw them, but people will choose not to pick things like that. On social media, especially Twitter that night, you saw like 3 or 4 people laying claim to a particular guy. One said the guy is his mechanic. One said the guy is his carpenter. The other one said the guy is his gate man. Which one do we want to believe? My God. Do you get? Which one do we want to believe? So I think people are just scared, especially the opposition, because they know that we are presenting the best hands, and people are going to troop out to vote for the person of Ashiwaju because of his track record and antecedents. I, as a person, we do the same thing. My family will do. The people within the sphere of my influence too will do the same thing. And definitely, by the special grace of God, we'll get into Aso Rock come 2023 by the special grace of God. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Shola Disa. It's been such a delight having
You're
you
welcome.
on My View of You on today's episode. You've said a whole lot, and of course, we will have highlights from today's episode, like as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from Honorable Shola Disa, just like we have always said, that this nation is in your hands as much as it's in mine. Do not let the nation just go by without you getting involved in the political arena and the political system of this nation. Nigeria is not for the North. Nigeria is not for the South. Nigeria is for every single person. So, like I said earlier, and I have always said, if you're an adult above 18 and you do not have a PVC, you are one of the biggest problems of the nation. The Boko Haram is not the biggest problem of the nation, and even corruption is not the biggest problem of the nation. You who are adult but do not have your voter's card are the biggest problems of this nation. 2023 is around the corner, not too far. This is the end of July, and of course, before you blink your eyes, before you say Jack Robinson, February 2023 will be here. I hope that you'll be trooping out, like Shola Disa said, earlier, to vote for your choice candidate. And I'm not going to tell you who to vote, but I'm hoping that at the end of the day, through this content, you are able to make informed decision as to who to vote. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Daniel Okezwe, and of course, I am your host. Do have a great week. Bye for now.